Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
Aaron, I see we caught you in your dining room.
Why, yes, you have.
Well, how are
Just
you
gonna say
doing?
this. How did I do it?
No, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You are? Why are you outside? It's cold.
It's just what I do. The lighting is better out here.
On the back of your head.
Yeah. The less you guys see of me, the better. Um,
You're wearing your gear though. That's all that matters.
I got so many layers on right now. So many layers. I'm good. All right, we got a big lineup today. Lots of guests for everybody. Like so many guests.
I think they're famous guests. Like we have never had this many guests in one show.
This is accurate.
It's not a show; it's a meeting.
This is also a meeting, so let's keep it serious.
Okay.
So first up, folks, Aaron's going to ask you questions.
All right. What are the trail reports? Hopefully, we don't have a lot. I heard Loyston, not so good. We don't normally hear that. So put in the comments. Tell us what you saw. Trail conditions are typical for East Tennessee this time of year, wet and frozen. If you're leaving tracks, get out.
Consider.
That's what they say. Wet weather, But every day there's a little bit more sun.
Oh my God.
It's so exciting.
You're right. That's what we're living for is spring, folks. I promise you, the leaves are going to start sucking this moisture out of the ground, and we're gonna do better. I did just notice some comments come in that Sharps is kind of okay-ish. For the last couple of days, we've been teeter-tottering on caution over there. If everybody's checking the trail reports. So lots of places have been under sort of an advisory status just due to the freeze thaw cycle. We're just not getting above freezing for that long during the day, and we've had a lot of moisture. So
is there some guy that's going to tell us that maybe we're going to get above the freeze cycle?
Let's just see what's going on with the weather. Should we bring in Dave Stanley?
Bring him in.
Let's do it. I'm not sure where he's reporting from.
Hey, friends.
Cam, what are you doing?
This is what I've been reduced to. This should tell you about the weather. I'm reduced to riding indoors. I've become a Zwifter. It's that bad out there that I'm riding indoors on imaginary bike rides, getting imaginary points, and I'm getting kind of into it.
Is it on Strava? Because if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, it's on Strava. It connects. No, it's really, really bad out there. Like you said, Lois was bad. I rode it yesterday. I probably shouldn't have. It was probably a little selfish of me to continue riding the 5 miles that I rode out there. But yeah, it is ugly. Freeze thaw is a real thing. I thought, hey, it's been 2 days of dry. We're probably okay. Yeah. Not okay at all. The freeze thaw is a real thing. It'll continue to be a real thing for the next month or so. So check out those gravel rides. They're a lot of fun. There's plenty of them around here. I know that's what I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, I mean, the forecast for the next week at least has less wet weather, so that maybe will help things dry up. There are going to be some frozen mornings, which will give you short little windows if you're hard enough to get out there in 25-degree weather. I occasionally am. But, yeah, just, Zwift, find me on here. I'm doing imaginary rides pretty often. And you could too.
Automatic reminders of whenever you're on that machine, and it makes me look very lazy, Dave.
Ouch!
All right. So we did get some comments while we were bantering with the weatherman. Brian Nicholson was mentioning that V Hollow was open yesterday and shouldn't have been, but that North Boundary was in great shape. Leslie is mentioning that Nightfall and Independence are thumbs down, whereas everything else over there, the older trails and I guess not as manufactured trails, are doing much better. So stick to Sharp Shin and Original Lincoln and Firebreak. We also have Ed and Clarion. They're watching, they're attending the meeting. Thank you, Ed and Clarion. All right. Let's move on. Aaron?
Let's move on to events.
You got some folks here. It's kind of eventy.
I brought some guests to this party. Awesome. All right, there's a little bit of a need, and one of our folks needs a little bit of help, and it's not going to It's nothing hard that you have to do. And we're going to bring in Sierra Sims. Sierra, tell us what you got going on.
Hello. You look really funny. Yeah, so when I'm not writing, I am studying and getting my master's degree at the University of Tennessee. And so this is for all the women out there, mountain bikers, road cyclists, trail runners, between the ages of 20 to 40, like roughly. I'm looking just for you to be a part of my thesis study. And so that's going to be really cool, and it just requires like one visitation. And I'm just looking at the bone mineral density and do like a couple strength tests. And so you're going to get all that data back after I like collect it all. And it's just one visitation. I think I already said that. So not too much of your time, but you can just reach out to me on Facebook. I think I'm on there somewhere. And then my email is just my first name, Sierra S240@gmail.com.
Awesome.
That's really all I got. Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, no, definitely. Good luck on the thesis. Those are no fun.
Oh, I know.
But this is awesome that you're doing this. I'm excited to see it. Maybe
yes, I know.
Practice with us. You can come back and give us your thesis before you have to give it out.
Yes, I can't wait to tell you guys about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're here.
So, Sierra, we popped your UTK email address up in the comments. So if folks want to reach you that way, they can do that as well. So awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Liz.
All right, now Windrock. We're going to bring in Lisa, my CTVA counterpart. Presidents Unite. Tell us what's going on over there. Nationals?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So coming up at Windrock in March is the Tennessee National race. It's actually a premier Southeast mountain bike festival hosted at Windrock Bike Park. I don't know which side I'm on here. Ride the Rock. The event goes on March 9th through the 13th. And it'll have downhill racing, enduro racing, there's kids events, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can sign up, go to tnnational.com. But what I'm really here for is I need volunteers. I'm working with them again as their volunteer coordinator. And the bird wants to chime in too. So I need volunteers to work as course marshals and what we're calling lifties, which are folks to help load bikes onto the shuttle trailers. So we have a need for volunteers on Thursday, March 10th through Sunday, March 13th. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are downhill practice days and race day. Sunday is the enduro race. So there's a lot going on. Based on volunteer feedback from last year, we've divided up the course marshal time frames into 2 shifts. So you don't have to come out there and hang out for the whole day. You can just come out and work in the morning or in the afternoon. And everyone who comes out and volunteers, even if so you can also volunteer for the whole day too. Everyone that volunteers will get a t-shirt. We'll provide you with lunch either before you head out to your course marshal station or when you come back. And you'll also get a day pass to use at the bike park after the event. So you can come out and enjoy everything there. On Sunday, we have the enduro race, and that is the only day that I do need volunteers for the whole day, but I don't need as many volunteers that day. Another thing to point out is anyone who volunteers that wants to do the course marshaling, it's super helpful if you're able to traverse steep and kind of sketchy terrain, because you will be moving around out there off near the course. And course marshals just basically blow a whistle when riders come through and radio if there's a need for someone to come out and check on a rider or to stop the course in the event that a rider goes down. You can bring a friend with you or a family member if you want when you come out to course marshal, just to kind of help pass the time. The shifts would be like 8 to 1 or 12 to 5 roughly. So it's a good opportunity to come out and see some really cool riding. Lots of people coming from all across the country and probably even maybe around the world. So you'll have the opportunity to see some pro riders out there for both the downhill racing and for the enduro race on Sunday. So they put the link up in the comments of where you can go to register for volunteering. It's a Sign Up Genius website, and you can also probably search on there for Tennessee National, just search TN National, or use my email address, lisa@almphoto.com, to find it. Yeah, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I know a lot of you folks out there know me, or you can send me a message through that site and let me know if you have any questions. So yeah, course marshals, folks to lift bikes, you'll probably need to be able to lift 30 pounds up over your shoulders to do that. But it's a good time and a great opportunity for the area.
That's awesome.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. You had a lot. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So that we can update. I know you'll update CTVA, but so that we can update our social and keep asking for volunteers as you need them.
Yeah. And I'll put up, I've been posting it up on my social media as well. So you can always find something, and we'll have it on the, probably posted up on CBT too. And I know that Windrock had shared the link as well recently. So it's a good time.
And can you tell everyone the name of your bird, please?
That's Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah, that's exactly how he says his name, actually. Yeah, he'll bust out bow wow wow yippee-yo yippee-yay here in a second, I'm sure. Anyway, there you go.
Thanks, Lisa, for coming on. Great work over in your neck of the woods. I'm excited to hear you guys were starting construction over at Hall Ridge, so awesome.
Yeah, we got some trail work going on over there. Sean Leader and his crew are over there working, so if you see them, give them a thumbs up and a shout out. Some cool stuff that we'll be sharing pretty soon coming on that.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now we're going to move on to the Ambc Joyride update. We're going to bring in Julie.
Hello, everybody. So, yeah, you see, I'm at Big South Fork right now. I wish it was this sunshiny out, but it's not. Julie Ferrara, I have been the Bell Joyride ambassador for the last couple of years. But Bell is moving on to help out other cities to build strong women's cycling communities. We've been so fortunate to have them. All future programs will only get them for 2 years. So we've been lucky to have them for as many years as we have. And so with that, we needed some help, especially with insurance and waivers and promotion. And so AMBC has taken the Joyride name under their wing and are going to be taking care of insurance and promotion and some other fun stuff yet to be completely determined. And so we're keeping the Joyride name and just putting AMBC on the front instead of Bell. And with that, instead of just having one lowly little ambassador, me, we now have a committee, and we're going to start doing a lot of other things. So before, Bell Joyride was synonymous with like this big group ride of 50 women or something like that. And now we're going to have lots of different things. The big joyrides are still going to happen. In fact, our next ride is February 13th at Galentine's Ride. It's on Facebook already and Eventbrite. But we're also going to bring back something I started back when I was the Live Ambassador called the South Loop Summer Sessions. And Madeline Shelley is going to be doing that. And it's going to help people to get out of Baker's Creek and learn the other South Knoxville trails. So there'll be things that are geared more towards beginners. Missy and Cat Bike are going to be doing some things for advanced riders. That'll be smaller groups. So you'll see some smaller group rides, some bigger group rides, and we may even take a trip somewhere. You'll just have to wait and see. So we're very excited about that. And we got some events coming up. If you want to be a volunteer but don't know what to do or you're not certain, We got an event coming up to help you with that, and a group email to keep you informed of different volunteer opportunities. And if y'all have any ideas and you want to be a part, we love Knoxville's volunteer spirit. And so definitely want to see people being a part of this. If you are a woman and you're looking for people to ride with, reach out to us. If you're a man and you know a woman who's looking for more people to ride with, just let me know. We'll help them out as well. And like I said, with that volunteer spirit, another plug for Sierra Sims and helping her with her research study. Sierra, I'm too old. Sorry, I can't help you. But hopefully,
she said 40-ish. She said 40-ish.
Well, I'm a little bit beyond 40-ish now. I'm definitely mid-40s now. But yeah, so let's keep that volunteer spirit going, and looking forward to seeing lots of women at lots of events real soon.
Okay, and so your volunteer night is February 10th over at Alliance Brewing?
Yes, that's on Facebook.
Okay, and then not everyone's on Facebook, so that's what we're trying.
And yeah, so that one is and I think that Matthew has put it on the website. Okay. And then the Joy Rides will be on Eventbrite, Facebook, and the website. So
all right, the next one is February 13th.
For the Galentine's Ride. That's right. Get your gals.
Okay. Excellent.
Let's celebrate.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Julie, for tuning us or filling us in on all that news. It's awesome, and for leading that committee and keeping the wheels rolling. So, thanks so much.
Thank you, Julie. Have fun up there.
All right, Aaron, I'm going to boot you off and introduce Sam Story with IMS Nature Center. So I'm going to bring her on real quick and boot you off. See, Aaron. Sam, tell us what's going on at IMS. You guys have River Rescue coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, we do in March. So keeping on with that volunteer spirit. If you're not familiar, IMS Nature Center every year does a river rescue. This is started back in 1989, so we're rolling on our 33rd year. Since we started collecting data in 95, we just crossed over the threshold of 1 million pounds, which is pretty big, of trash and debris pulled out of the Tennessee River and its tributary creeks. So on March 12th, we are hosting our 33rd annual IMS River Rescue. It will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and we are looking for volunteers. You show up to a registered site, which you'll get to choose. You just email me and let me know, and clean up with a whole group of people for about 3 hours. And that's it. Short, sweet, and simple. The planned date is March 12th. We do have a rain date because last year we hit torrential downpour. About 50% of our volunteers weren't able to make it. So we do have a rain date this year, but we are doing a call for volunteers. If you are interested right now, you can just shoot me an email. My email is sshory@ims.org. So SSHOREY@ims.org. And I'll be in touch, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for plugging that. And we love our partnership with IMS Nature Center, and obviously enjoy using the property and everything that you guys do within your mission. So thanks so much. And we'll check back on how progress went. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. See ya. All right, Aaron, I'm gonna bring you in for just a second, and then I'm gonna bring in Alex Clark, who's our trails coordinator. All right, Alex. Good evening, sir. See you, Aaron.
Bye.
Just in and out.
Hey, y'all. Hey, so Alex Clark here, trail coordinator, and just wanted to give some quick updates through the winter. We've had a lot of awesome projects going on, despite the cold weather and the rainy weather. It's actually awesome to build trails in, and so we've been doing a lot of that. A lot of great projects in the works, and we are looking forward to getting some Ambc help, of course, with the grassroots of Ambc volunteerism. So we've got a few dates coming up to help us finish up some trails that we've started for some maintenance, things of that nature. And so go ahead and get your calendars out. I've got a few dates to throw at you, and we're really hoping we can get a good turnout. So once riding weather comes back around, it's game on, and we've got all kinds of new things to discover. So coming up first is going to be February 5th. These are all going to be Saturdays, and we're going to jump right back into maintenance at Baker Creek. So like I mentioned earlier, we've had a ton of rain and freeze thaw. Unfortunately, not everybody is as good as you guys and not riding in those conditions. So Baker Creek is pretty torn up at the moment, but we're going to prioritize that, and we're going to make that thing work really well on February 5th. So we hope everybody will come out and help fix ruts. We're going to dial up some lips, fix some drains. And of course, at all these work days, it's just a great experience with a whole bunch of people involved because you're able to get out for a few hours in the morning, and then we provide lunch and drinks afterwards. So we hope you can join on February 5th at Baker Creek.
Yep.
And then on February 19th, we're going to show you some of the Hasty projects that we've had going on. So we have referred to this as the Winter of Hasty. There's been a ton of effort put into some new directional and non-directional trails at Hasty. So we've got new downhill stuff. We've got new hiker-friendly trails. Hasty is just getting some love this winter. And so we'd love to show it to you, but we need a little bit of help. So on February 19th, some of the builders that are going to be out there, including I'd Ride, is going to help lead a crew of volunteers. And so we're going to have the professionals in the house to show you the proper techniques. And we're just going to knock out some good directional downhill trail, fix some existing trail. And in the meantime, you'll get to see all the new stuff. So it's coming along, but of course we need to get it that final push coming into springtime so it'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Then, let me give a little update on Hasty while we're on Hasty right now. So
perfect.
You know, we kicked off the build season over at Hasty doing corridor clearing. We've done basically 2 rounds of corridor clearing over there. We've got 2 builders that had previously been working up to last week. Right now, we only have 1 builder on the property at the moment, but we're super psyched to be inviting I'd Ride back to town for February. So, like Alex mentioned, we'll be teaming up with I'd Ride for what we term is this year's mega work day. So every tool that we have in the trailer, we want to have that out on the trail being used to build new trail. And so February 19th is one of those that everybody needs to put on their calendar. We want you there. We're going to meet at Anderson School on the 19th, shuttle over, have a giant work party and a celebration afterwards for that. So sorry.
No, that's great. And I mean, more to that is just how much we're emphasizing getting work done this winter. I think it's awesome. We've got 2 work days per month, and we've had a steady stream of productive mornings out there, and it's resulted in getting a lot done. So for those that maybe don't venture out of their South Knoxville loops very often, we'd love to have you out and show you some of that new trail so you can add it to for your lineup come springtime.
Yeah.
And just a few more dates that we've got on the calendar because it's a big winter and we can't ride so much. So why not be productive and get out there and build some trail? February 26th will be at Sharps Ridge. The main emphasis on February 26th is going to be some litter pickup. Keep Knoxville Beautiful is teamed up with us, and we can't wait to have some folks out there. We'll provide all the equipment you need, and then the normal lunch and drinks afterwards that we would really appreciate if you come out, help clean up Sharps Ridge. And if we have enough people, we may even be able to work on some other projects over there. So stay tuned, put it on your calendar. And then 2 weeks after that, March 5th, we're going to have another big old mega day. So the idea is, again, hopefully tie the bow at Hasty and be able to knock out some big stuff. We want everybody out there. And that's not going to be the only event going on in South Knoxville that day. So Kellogg may be about to get to this, but IAMS is also going to be having a big event on March 5th. So just the more volunteers, the better, because obviously we appreciate everything IAMS allows us to do on their property. And so we got to give back. And a big part of that is mountain bikers coming out, and we can show you the invasive species. And that always helps it at your house too. I know some of those things I've been to, sometimes you just take the weeds for granted, and the IAMS programs are very educational. So that's March 5th, Hasty and the IAMS weed wrangle. That'll be another big day. Hopefully we'll have some decent weather for that one. And then the last thing on my list is March 19th. So if you guys have ever found yourself at your favorite local trail and you've got an idea and you want to bring it to life, please let us know. So we are obviously built on the fact that we all get out there and do it on our own. So if you see a project on your local trail that you think would be really cool, I think we could make it happen. And on March 19th, it's kind of like an open date. We'd love to take on some crew leaders that maybe have a project in mind or some maintenance they want to knock out. We'd love if you'd reach out. We'll do all the hard work for you. We'll get all the logistics taken care of. We'll get the lunch, the drinks, the tools, anything you need. But we just need some willpower. And if you want to lead a group, we would appreciate that. So if you find yourself in that situation, reach out. We've got a wonderful volunteer of the year behind this email address, and it's trails@ambcnox.org. Just a total stud runs it. And so I would totally send you that way. If you want to bring up some ideas, we can make it happen. And then in addition to that, I know it's bad conditions right now, but if you happen to be hiking out there, maybe walking your dog or something, and you see a tree down on some trails, we can still cut trees even though it's muddy. And that's the best way to spend our time. So if you see a trail down, or maybe see a maintenance item out there you think we can take care of, let us know. trails@ambcnox.org. And I think that's all I got, Kellogg, unless you have anything else.
Thanks, Alex. We posted up in the comments all those dates that you have there. Events will be on our website as well as Facebook here shortly. And so just keep tabs with that. Also, there'll be a roundup email that'll have that information in it as well. So, Alex, thanks so much for all you do. Again, you have now seen behind the curtain of Ambc. This is where that email goes, right there to that guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Really? Yeah.
We couldn't do it without Alex, as well as all the volunteers to support Alex as well, because he's got a huge network of our trail champs that he shoots these trees and trail tread problems to. And it's not magic. People go in the woods and fix things, and we appreciate it. So, Alex, thanks so much for your hard work, and we'll catch you.
See ya. Bye.
Later. All right. Aaron, I'm going to bring you on for just a minute, and now I'm going to bring on Brian Hand. So we've got 3 presidents on the line at the moment, past presidents and current president. And Brian, you're muted. So if I could ask you to unmute. Perfect.
There we go.
In the email about this meeting, I posted a public meeting. Could you tell us more about what that public meeting is referring to and why we should even pay attention to it?
Well, Matthew, I would be happy to do that. So first, thanks for having me on. And this is a pretty important public meeting. Anybody out there likes Pisgah, you can all raise your hand in the chat. There is an exciting project that is occurring very similar to a new Pisgah, and it is in the Cherokee National Forest. It is 1 hour from Knoxville.
Yeah.
And it is an amazing opportunity that we have in our closest national forest we can get to. There is the Cott County Partnership is holding a public meeting to discuss the trail plan that has been put forward. This is kind of the first public meeting. After this, there'll be other public meetings, but it's actually part of the NEPA process. So there won't be a whole lot of room to change things after this public meeting. This public meeting, we really want to get everybody's thoughts on the trail proposal. And it will be in Newport. This trail project is in the Cherokee National Forest at the Hartford exit, and is so big that it spans from Hartford to Del Rio. And that is about 7,000 acres, if not more. I can't recall, but it's 100 miles of trail in the National Forest. mostly backcountry type trail. There is an amazing opportunity that we have here. And that public meeting, folks, is this Friday, January 28th. It's an open house style meeting from 4 to 7 p.m. I don't know if you can share my screen, Matthew, but the Cott County Partnership is in Newport at 115 Mulberry Street. And this is just a really, I'm on the steering committee for this project, and there's been just a lot of back and forth round. We've got a great trail designer. Some of you may know him. He's a real tall guy named Chris Kmeyer. He has been working hard on this. He's been bushwhacking and scouting trail. And I think we're at a point now where it's going to be a really exciting unveiling to folks to get their input on, if you know things about this area and you want to see a trail down into this holler or whatnot, it's time to talk about it. So it'd be great to see a bunch of folks show up in Newport. I know it's an hour away, but this is our Pisgah, folks.
Yeah, and it like you said, it's just an amazing opportunity. This doesn't happen more than once in a lifetime, in my opinion. That this size of a project comes together with enough funding to get it really moving and off the ground.
Yeah. That's another thing I forgot to mention, that this project is funded. Yeah. This isn't a pipe dream. There is $6 million, $5 million of trail construction money that actually has to be spent here in the next couple of years. So this isn't a planning project. This is a building project. So come on out. Let's see what you got and support the project.
Awesome. Brian, folks have to register for this, or do they just show up?
Just show up.
Okay.
Yeah. You can register if you want. You'll probably get on their email list, which would be handy for future events. We've posted on the screen now a link to our website that has the PDF invitation. Certainly come up and join us if you can for the day. There will be a time when you can write in comments, etc. But if you can make it up this Friday, it'd be great to have a good showing of Ambc folks up there. Brian's been leading the charge, and we really appreciate your time in that. I've attended a couple different meetings up there at the partnership, and it's great to see this thing moving right along. So,
a lot of support too, folks. Like this is a really neat project. Last meeting we had, there were two parts of it, and then a bear hunter showed up to the last stakeholder meeting, and a horseback rider, and there was unanimous support on all fronts for the project. So this is happening, and we want mountain bikers to show up in force.
Indeed. Awesome. Brian, before I let you go, there should be a dog collar and a dog leash in your living room. Do you mind putting that on the screen?
Look at that.
Put that closer to the camera. What is that? Huh.
This is new. I believe this is merchandise. Looks like it's a recycled tube.
Oh my goodness. I think you're right about that.
So then it has like this nice fabric-y on the one side. And I don't know where the collar went.
Brian, start writing those to the website. It has this nice fabric-y.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, the clasp is second to none. Look at this.
Look at that.
Whoa.
That's
pretty tight. I'll tell you what. That's great.
Ready?
It's like a seatbelt on a plane, buddy. You're all set.
Yeah. This must cost $100 or so. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's a deal. It is a deal at any price, and it's live on the website, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So go to ambcknox.org and hit the store button up top, and or just go to this link that's in the chat box and get your dog something nice for once. I mean, come on, You've been feeding him the same food for years now. So, and as Tom says, it'll be available at REI real soon, i.e. as soon as I can get my butt across town to drop them off. So, Brian, thanks again. I'm going to boot you off.
Yeah, man.
Lose. I'll see you Friday. Okay, Aaron, we're
Yes.
about to wrap this meeting up, believe it or not.
All right.
This has been a marathon of a meeting, but
I think that's the most guests we've had online.
for sure. I do have a few what may seem like last minute things to talk about, but they're huge news. Okay. Number one.
Boot me out before you talk about it.
No, I need you here. You know. All right. Number one, we already talked about Hasty. So we're going to move number one off, right? Like, we're making great progress on number one. Fantastic. I visited Shaggy out in the woods today. He's up on the trail that Val's been working on, just finishing it up. It's looking beautiful. Second major trail news thing of the month. Still giant news. Loyston. TVA added over 6 miles of trail up at Loyston. Very welcome addition up there. It's called the Clinch River Loop. Just over 6 miles, a moderate trail. A little bit different flavor than what a lot of folks are used to at Loyston. More single track, kind of narrow feel to it. A little bit steeper, punchier climbs. Still a great time. But, and I must emphasize this, it is a new trail, and we are in a freeze-thaw cycle. So please be kind to this new trail. And give it plenty of time to dry out. Once it's had some time to season in, it's going to be great as far as its weather resistance. But really, freeze thaw we can't do anything about. And so you just got to be patient and hop on Zwift with Dave Stanley or reorganize your closets like I do. Okay, so that's my second major thing of good news. Third item. We sort of soft opened a new trail at Sharps Ridge last month. It's called Pitch Black. You enter it off of Nightfall. It is a steep, directional downhill trail built by hand by the I'd Ride crew. Fantastic trail, lots of fun. Same rules apply as the new trail at Loyston. Let's give it some time. It's winter, the first season on this trail. Let's not ruin it. Leslie says it's awesome. I happen to agree. It's a great, fun trail. Pitch Black. It's up on Trail Forks. Loyston Clinch River Trail, by the way, will be on Trail Forks shortly. It's in for approval, so you'll be able to see it on your Trail Forks app here shortly. Lastly, Knox County Parks is looking for input on their park system. Okay, and we love to use trails, and I think we, as a collective organization, should all comment on this and let them know that their trails are great and that you'd like some more. Plain and simple. So we'll pop a link to the survey up. It's a Survey Monkey, and you guys do your magic as citizens and residents of Knox County. Even if you're in the city, you still pay county taxes. You're here. You're a resident. Let them know what you'd like to see out of their park system. They want the feedback, and you need to tell them. So, with
Matt,
that,
in the county, anything going on at Concord that can get updated?
Yes. So we will be moving a machine back over to Concord to be doing some additional work. I would say beginning of February. So Dave Williams, one of our crew members, will be over there along with our AmeriCorps employee, Patrick. They're going to be over there doing some modifications to a couple different trails over there. And yet again, we've got 2 trails that are open over there. We'll be doing a ribbon cutting with Knox County Parks and Larson and Catalyst Sports in the future. But we're going to wait till it's nice and sunny and warm, and the trees have leaves, things that help my complexion for photos, that sort of thing. So anyway,
How about some comments?
this is all I have for tonight.
What?
I know, it's the end of the page. I've already talked about merch.
Okay, so let's go to the comments and see where everyone's been riding. Oh, we need to show merch. Is this our shot?
Yeah, show merch. This is actually a Kitspo wool shirt that I'm wearing today. Email link. It's pretty sweet. I got on a belt buckle. I can't get up that high to show you that. I got socks on too. Okay, comments. link for the Cherokee project meeting, question mark, says Marty. Marty, hop on our website. There's a link to it there. Let's see here. There's some good reviews of Pitch Black. Tiffany, I hate that you hopped on late, but you know what? This is recorded, so you can get it tomorrow at work. I mean, for now, watch this tomorrow. Oh, is it Brian's birthday today?
Tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's why we're not wishing him happy birthday. No,
Yeah, it's his mom. She will wish him a happy birthday tonight.
Clarion, we can talk about that at midnight. Tom Hannon, yet again, merch. The new collars will be available at REI, but they've got at least 3 or 4 racks full of stuff over there. Ambc garb that looks phenomenal. We no longer have the beanie hats in stock to ship out, but you can go get one at REI tomorrow if you wished. All right, Wes Soward, chime in about the Hartford project. That's a lot of land. 1,000 acres is a lot of land. Let's see here. Big shout out to Alex. Thank you for all your hard work. Absolutely. Again, how do you get in touch with Alex? Right there, trails@ambcnox.org. I don't think this was Stephanie Morris typing this. I bumbled in my meeting notes and put the wrong email address for Sierra, but you know what? She's on top of it. So
no. We're close.
It was real close. Just a digit off. That's it.
Story of my life.
I think, yeah, you're right. In comments about Windrock, your volunteers should be strong and sober. That's very true. Mary Beth is correct about that. Shaggy evidently rode the cross-country trails at Windrock this last weekend, and they were in great shape.
Nice.
Good information. Speaking of information like that, we talked about Brian Nicholson and North Boundary. I read that Joe Cross cleared a ton of trees out at Big South Fork, and he says the trails are in great shape. Actually, the gravel roads are not in good shape. So don't go gravel riding at Big South Fork right now. Go ride the trails. All right. I think that we're going to end on this comment, and it's sad, but it's okay. You know, we're going to make it through winter. Mm-hmm. We're going to persevere. We're going to build new trails all over the place. Wrong link. We got all these work days to go to. This is a great winter. Folks, I think that's it for the night. Aaron?
I think that's it. We should go celebrate Brian Hand's birthday.
Tomorrow.
It's all month. Come on.
I guess. All right. Everybody in the internet, toodaloos. We hope to see you in person next month. We'll see.
Thank you, guys. Be safe.
See ya.